Good morning, all of you. So, in last lecture, we have done computation of total income, all the 13 steps. Then we have started important definitions, in which we have completed SSE and person. Okay. Now, in person, there will be individual, HUF, company, partnership firm, AOP, BOI, local authority, artificial jurisdiction person, and so on. So let's discuss one by one. What is the meaning of individual, HUF, company? Okay. Screen visible. Is it? Oh, now individual, or it means natural. Natural person means like you and me, a human being. It includes both males, females. A mind or a person of unsound. It includes mind. So it is sound mind also. You can in definition of individual doesn't whether it's true or or none of the above. So you have to answer accordingly that minor is included in the definition of individual. Minor means a person below the age of 18. Okay. Unsound mind means like a person who is not be able to take decision. આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ તો ગાંડો. But the assessment in such a case may be made on the guardian or manager of the minor or lunatic who is entitled to receive his income. In the case of deceased person, assessment would be made on the legal representative. Now, in the case of minor or in the case of unsound mind person, guardian will be responsible. Okay, guardian will be entitled to receive the income and file the return. Now question may be arise that, sir, how an unsound mind person will earn? But look, for example, in FY 2021, that's in previous year 2021, he was a sound mind person and he has earned a healthy amount. Like in 2021, he has earned 1 crore rupees. But due to this corona, his business was shut down and he lost his command over the mind. So he became unsound mind person now. Now he will not be able to do business. So in that type of situation, he has to file the return. Why? Because he has earned 1 crore rupees in FY 2021. But due to this corona, he has lost his command over the mind. That's why he will not be able to do the business now. But his legal guardian will file the return, will do the business, he will entitled to receive the income. Okay. Now, how minor can earn income? So you have seen that so many minor children like YouTubers or social activists in social media, he uh, children are earning so healthy amount over there. So he or she will be entitled to receive the income, but income tax return will be filed by the legal guardians, and legal guardians will be the legal representative. Okay. Now HUF, very huge definition is given over there, but we have to read only few. Why? The important part only. Now, first of all, what is the meaning of HUF? HUF means a Hindu undivided family. Hindu undivided family. It will be treated as separate entity for the purpose of assessment. For the purpose of calculation of income, it will be considered as separate legal entity. It is included in the definition of person under section 2, subsection 31. The levy of income tax is on every person. Therefore, income tax is payable by HUF. Now, what is the meaning of HUF? HUF means, for example, a married person, a married man, his wife, and if that couple has 2 children. So, it will be considered as 4 members HUF, co-partners. Rather than members, it will be considered as co-partners. Husband, wife, and 2 children. It will be considered as HUF, Hindu undivided family. So anything in the name of HUF will be taxable in the hands of HUF only. Now, Hindu undivided family has not been defined under Income Tax Act. No definition is provided for HUF in Income Tax Act. But the expression is, however, defined under Hindu law as family, which consists of all males lineally descended from the common ancestor and includes their wives and their daughters. Okay. For example, father, mother, and their children. So it will be considered as family. Now, among their children, one is a boy and one is a girl. Now, boy again married to a girl. So there will be 5 members. In that HUF, there will be 5 members. Some members of the family are considered as co-partners. They are related to each other and to the head of the family. HUF may contain many members, but members within 4 degrees, including the head of family, that is Karta, are called as co-partners. 4 degree means great grandfather, grandfather, father, and son. So this is step by step. Grandfather means first degree, then great grandfather first, grandfather second, father third, and son fourth. Okay. The main person of the family HUF will be the male candidate. That will be the father. Okay. And he will be considered as Karta, the first with whom HUF is created. with whom HUF is created. That will be considered as Karta. For example, Mr. X and Mrs. X. For example, Mr. X and Mrs. X. So in this case, Mr. X is Karta. Now the couple has 2 children. So the HUF will have 4 members. But the Karta will be the same, Mr. X. Now, among their 2 children, one got married. Now, who will be the Karta? Karta will be the Mr. X. Okay. But his son also created HUF. His son also created HUF by marrying to a girl. So, that will be a separate HUF. Okay. એ separate HUF થશે. HUF ઘણા બધા હોઈ શકે. એક જ ફેમિલીમાં એક કરતા વધુ HUF થઈ શકે. In one family there will be more than one HUF. What is the basic requirement to form HUF? Marriage. Okay, you have to create family. Are you getting my point? Hindu co-partnery includes those persons who acquire an interest in joint family property by birth. Earlier only male descendants were considered as co-partners, but with effect from 6th September 2005, daughters have also been accorded co-partnery status. It may be noted that only co-partners have right to partition. Only co-partners have right to partition. Now what does that mean? The first line, it was written that here some members of HUF are called co-partners. Means all the members are not co-partners. There will be 3 terminologies: Karta, co-partners and members. Karta, co-partners and members. The head of the family will be Karta. Then their lineal descendants are co-partners. Their wife, their children, they are co-partners. Now, one of their children got married to a girl or a boy. That person will be the member. Why? Because he got the membership not by birth, but by marrying to a co-partner of HUF. But by marrying to co-partner of HUF. How? Let me show you the Excel. How it will be considered. Let's say Mr. X, or let's say Mr. Ram. Okay, the main person, and Mrs. Ram. So it will be one HUF. It will be considered as one HUF. Now, family have 2 children. One is Shyam and another one is, let's say, Nita. 2 children, Shyam and Nita. Now, this HUF will have 4 members. 4 members, but in which one will be the Karta, then 3 members will be considered as co-partners. Will be considered as co-partner. Now, Shyam married to Radha. Okay. Now, Shyam and Nita are co-partners. Why? Because they have right from birth. They have right to be the part, have interest to acquire an interest in joint family, joint property by birth. But Radha got the participation by marriage in this HUF. Let's say the name of HUF is Ram Mehta HUF. Name of HUF is Ram Mehta HUF. Okay. So Radha will be the member of the HUF. And rest of the person, Mrs. Ram, Shyam and Nita will be the co-partner. And Mr. Ram will be the Karta. Now, Shyam also form one HUF. Here, Shyam also form one HUF. Let's say Shyam Mehta and HUF. Or Shyam Mehta HUF. So, in this HUF, Shyam will be the Karta. Shyam will be the Karta and Radha will be the co-partner. Okay, and their children will be the co-partners. Are you getting my point? Now Nita married to, let's say, Sudhir. So he will be the co-partner. Sorry, member. Okay. Why? Because he hasn't right in the property by birth. Clear? Are you getting this or not, class? Mr. Ram, Mrs. Ram, their children Shyam and Nita. Chalo, please reply. Any doubt? Okay. So this is what you have to learn in HUF. Nothing more than that. The income tax rate will be applicable to an individual. The same rate will be applicable to HUF. Okay? Same rate. Now, this is for the reading purpose. Okay? Schools of Hindu law, Daya Baga school, Mitas Sararul. We are not supposed to read all these. Okay? Not in ICAI, not in any other universities. It will be asked. Company now. Important part. Section 2, subsection 17. For all the purpose of the Act, the term company has much wider connotation than that under the Companies Act. Under the Act, expression company means company includes any Indian company as defined under section 2, subsection 26 and any body corporate incorporated by or under the law of country outside India. That is any foreign company. So Indian company and foreign company both will be part of company. Now, any institution, association or body which is assessable or was assessed as a company for any assessment year under the Indian Income Tax Act 1922 or for any assessment year commencing on or before 1st April 1970 under the present act. this is for the reading purpose. Why? Because this Indian Income Tax Act 1992 is now revised, and Income Tax Act 1961 came into existence. Okay, so this is all about the past. Any institution, association, or body, whether incorporated or not, and whether Indian or non-Indian, which is declared by the general or special order of the CBDT, Central Board of Direct Tax, to be a company for such assessment years as may be specified in the CBDT's order. Now, first of all, there will be two parts. First one, domestic company, and another one, foreign company. Domestic company and foreign company. It means Indian company. Domestic company means Indian company or any other company which, in respect of its income, liable to income tax. Its income liable to income tax has made the prescribed arrangements for the declaration and payments of dividend, including dividends on preference shares within India, payable out of such income. Indian company now. Two conditions should be satisfied so that a company can be regarded as Indian company. What are the two conditions? First one, the company should have been formed and registered under Companies Act 1956. Now it is revised. 1956 is revised and 2013 came into existence, and there will be so many amendments after Companies Act 2013 also. Okay, here also Companies Act 2013. Then registered office or principal place should be in India. Registered office of the company or principal office of company should be in India. First point, the company should have been formed and registered under Companies Act 2013, and the registered office or principal office should be in India. Then and then only it will be considered as Indian company. Now the expression Indian company also includes the following, provided the registered and principal office will be or is in India. First one, a corporation established by or central, state, provincial act like financial corporation or a state road transport corporation. If the registered office or principal office is in India, then following terms will also be considered as Indian company. Okay. Second point, an institution or association or body which is declared by the board or declared by the board to be a company under section 2 subsection 13 clause 4. Now, sir, what is that clause now? Look how it will be read. Section 2, first bracket will be considered as subsection. Okay, first bracket will be considered as subsection, then clause, then subclause, section, subsection, clause, subclause. Okay, this is how it will be written or read. A company formed and registered under any law relating to the companies which was or is in force in any part of India other than Jammu and Kashmir and Union Territories mentioned in subclause 5 below. Subclause 5 means here. In case of any Union Territories like in Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu, Pondicherry, State of Goa, a company formed and registered under any law for the time being in force in that Union Territory or state respectively. Okay. Now fourth one. In case of Jammu and Kashmir, the company formed and registered under any law for the time being in force in Jammu and Kashmir. Now what is the meaning of foreign company? Very simple meaning. The company which is not a domestic company will be considered as foreign company. So in short, there will be two types of companies: domestic company, foreign company. Domestic company includes Indian company and company which has made arrangement for declaring and paying dividends within India out of the income chargeable to tax in India. Foreign company means a company which is not a domestic company. It means registered office or principal place outside India, not in India. Now, next term, firm, partnership firm. The term firm, partner, and partnership have the same meaning as assigned to them in Indian Partnership Act 1932. 1932. In addition, the definitions also include the term limited liability partnership LLP, limited liability partnership, and a partner of limited liability partnership as they have been defined in the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. Now, partnership firm and limited liability partnership both are different. Partnership firm will be considered under Indian Partnership Act 1932, while limited liability partnership will be considered as LLP Act 2008. Limited liability partnership will be registered under MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. जहां पे कंपनी रजिस्टर्ड होती है वहीं पे LLP भी रजिस्टर्ड होता है. ओके, MCA rule will be followed in LLP, but partnership firm will not be registered in partners MCA. Okay, it will be registered in Partnership Act only. Now, however, for the income tax purpose, a minor admitted to a benefit of existing partnership will be treated as partner. Now, a partnership is relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of business carried on by all or any of them for acting for all. The persons who have entered into partnership with one another are called individually partners and collectively a firm. Now, for example, Mr. Ram, Mr. Shyam, and Mr. Rohan have decided to do business mutually. Okay, Mr. Ram, Mr. Shyam, and Mr. Rohan have decided to do the business. Okay, they have formed one partnership and started the business. So individually they are partners. Mr. Ram, Mr. Shyam, Mr. Rohan, they are partners, but collectively it will be considered as partnership firm. Partnership firm. Two or more person has decided to do a business will be considered as partnership firm. Okay, this is the definition. Two or more person have decided to do the business, it will be considered as partnership firm. Okay. Now here it will be written, here it is written that who have agreed to share profit only. So what about the loss? So loss will be bear by partnership firm. If there will be profit, then it will be divided into the partners. But if there is a loss, the loss will be bared by partnership firm. Separate partner will be there for partnership firm. Separate return will be filed for partnership firm. Okay. So loss will be carried forward by partnership firm only. Now, firm as defined under Partnership Act and as defined under LLP Act, that we have completed. Now, association of person. Now, these are not so important. The important terminologies are individual, HUF, partnership firm, and company. Okay, these are the important. Rest of the points like AOP, BOI, artificial jurisdictional person, these are for reading purpose only. Now AOP, when person combine together for promotion, of joint enterprise, they are assessable as an AOP. Association of persons, the name itself suggests the person combined together for promotion of any joint activity. Okay, it will be considered as association of persons. If they do not in law constitute partnership firm. Okay, they do not constitute partnership. Both look like very similar, but one will be registered under Partnership Act and one doesn't. In order to constitute an association, the person must join for common purpose, or common action. And their object must be to produce income. Okay, the object must be. It is not written maybe. It is written must be to produce the income. It is not enough that the persons receive the income jointly. Co-hires, co-legatees, or co-donees joining together for common purpose or action would be chargeable as an AOP. For example, Mr. Yes, ABN Company and X Private Limited. P Limited means private limited. Join together to carry on construction activity otherwise then as a partnership firm. Such an association will be recognized as an association of person. So it is not compulsory that a group of individuals come together to do AOP. Okay, individuals, partnership firm, companies can also be part of AOP. Now, next. First of all, is it clear to all of you till this point AOP? Chalo, please reply. Out of 11 students, only 4 students replied. Okay. So, right now we are doing the definition part, the overall background. So, it will be little bit boring, okay? But trust me, income tax will be the most interesting subject for you all. Okay, it will be the most interesting subject. Why? Because so many things that you will learn that will be new for you, like what is the rate of income tax, what is the meaning of individual, how income tax return will be filed, and this is the most practical subject. Okay, if you ask to your father or brother, so like, are you filing your income tax return? We have partnership firm, or we are dealing in proprietorship or like individual. So he will be surprised also, your father or your brother, that okay, ઘણું બધું શીખે છે ક્લાસમાં, સેમેસ્ટર 3 માં આવીને ઇન્કમ ટેક્સમાં ઘણું બધું ખ્યાલ આવવા માંડ્યો એમ. It will be like that. You can connect this subject with the practical criteria. Okay, what is the meaning of individual, HUF, partnership form, so many things are there, something like that. Now, next point, body of individuals. It denotes the status of persons like executor or trustees who merely receive the income jointly and who may be assessable in like manner and to the same extent as the beneficiaries individually. Thus, the co-executors or co-trustees are assessable as a BOI as their title and interest are indivisible. Indivisible means cannot be divided. Income tax shall not be payable by an assessee in respect of receipt of shares or of the income by him from BOI and on which the tax has already been paid by BOI. For example, mutual trade association, members club, etc. Tax will be paid by BOI, and then whatever the income that will be distributed among the executors or trustees. Now they are not supposed to pay the tax on the income received from BOI. Now difference between AOP and BOI. In case of BOI, only individuals can be the members, wherein in AOP, any person can be the member, like company, firm can be the member of AOP, but not of BOI. That this point we have considered in AOP. Okay, partnership firm can be the member of AOP. Company can be member of the firm AOP, but in BOI, only individuals can be the members. In case of an AOP, members voluntarily come together with common will. Common will means common purpose, common idea, for a common intention or purpose. Where in case of BOI, such common will may or may not be present. Okay, there will be common will or not, but in AOP, there must be a common will. Clear? Now, next point, local authority. The term means a municipal committee, district board, body of port commissioners, or other authority legally entitled to or entrusted by the government with the control or management of municipal or local fund. Nothing important. Now, last point, artificial jurisdiction person. AJP, in short form it is termed as AJP, are the entities which are not natural persons but are separate entities in the eyes of law. This is a residual category, could cover all the AP, artificial persons, with the jurisdic personality, not falling under any other category of persons. Deities, bar council, universities are some of the important examples of artificial jurisdiction person. Clear? Now, what is the meaning of income? A huge definition is given for the purpose of income. Very huge definition is given. And it is inclusive. Inclusive means it can be further added. 23 points are there. We are supposed to remember this? No. These all points are very common. You know that. Some of the points you already know. Okay. Now, the definition of income as per Income Tax Act 1961 begins with the word income includes. Therefore, it is inclusive definition. As I have earlier said, it is inclusive definition. Inclusive means it can be further added in future. For example, government comes to know that okay, by this way income can be generated, then it will be considered under the definition. Okay, it can be considered under this definition and not exhaustive one. It is not exhaustive. Exhaustive means it will be stopped there. Whatever wordings given, that will be the full and final verdict. It cannot be added further. But in inclusive definition, it can be further added. Such a definition doesn't confine the scope of income but leaves room for more inclusions within the ambit of the term. Okay. Now, section number 2, subsection 24 of the Act gives statutory definition of income. At present, the following items of receipts are specifically included in income. Profit and gains, whatever profit generated from business will be included. Gain, capital gain. Dividends, company provide dividend to shareholders. Voluntary contributions received by trust, institutions created wholly or partly for charitable or religious purposes, or by certain research association or universities and other educational institutions or hospitals and other medical institution or electoral trust. Voluntary contributions received from various trusts and institutions will be included. Value of perquisite. Now this term that we will understand in salaries head. What is the meaning of perquisite? Okay, in salaries we will discuss in detail. Profit in lieu of salary, it is also part of the term salary. Okay, first head of income, salary. Any special allowance or benefit other than perquisite included above. Any allowance is granted to the SSE. Now all these points will be considered in salaries head. Okay, allowances, perquisite, salary in lieu of profit, these will be the part of your salaries head. Value of any benefit or perquisite, whether convertible into money or not. Now, if you see the 8 points, up to 8 points, all points are of salary only. Value of any benefit or perquisite, whether convertible into money or not, which is obtained by any representative SSE or by beneficiary, and any amount paid by the representative SSE for the benefit of beneficiary, which the beneficiary would have ordinarily been required to pay. Okay, theory part. All these are theory part. No need to discuss further. Now, deemed profit. This will be discussed in your profit and gains from business and profession. This will be discussed in PGBP chapter. Third head of income. I told you that how many numbers of heads are there in income tax. Can anyone tell me how many heads are there? How many heads are there? Chalo fast. At the time of computation of income, I told you that how many numbers of income are there. Very good, Devans. 5 heads are there. Salary, house property, income from house property. Third one will be the profit and gains from business and profession. Fourth one, capital gain. And fifth one, income from other sources. Okay, and I told you that each head is your separate module. Like salary is your separate module, income from house property is your separate module, PGBP is your separate chapter. Okay, now profit and gains of business and profession chargeable under to tax under section 28. Section 28 charging section under PGBP. Any capital gain as per section 45. It will be learned in your fourth module, fourth head, not fourth module, fourth head, capital gain. Okay, so we have done till 11 points. Any doubt till 11 points? Okay. Chalo, please reply. Clear or not? Okay. So that's all for today. Please write down your enrollment number in chat box. Thank you all of you.